Well, good morning. I've got Roxy here, getting ready to crank her up and warm her up. Last night, while I was editing yesterday's episode, Aaron pulled the Bronco out and he went and rinsed Roxy off for me, checked all of her fluids, made sure the tires had air pressure like every good husband should. And I was just editing away because of our daily upload goal that we've got going on. So Roxy is ready for her video shoot today. As I mentioned in the last video, I booked a commercial for TGI Fridays, and I actually casted for this through my agency, Kim Dawson, back in February. And fun fact, our 9-year-old niece filmed my casting for me, my audition video. So I love that. And it was really funny because I was like in the middle of working that day here in the shop. So I filmed with my hat backwards, flannel around my waist, like just pretty much like car girl me. I didn't refine myself at all and get like into like professional actress mode. And oddly enough, they wanted me to show up just like this in my car girl attire for the shoot. So huge compliment. But I was texting with the producer last night, and evidently his son is a car guy. So if you're watching, hi, I love that the producer's son watches our stuff. So let's do a quick cold start on Roxy to get our day fired up. And then it'll be time for me to hit the road, and Aaron will pull the Bronco back in the shop and get some more progress done on her. I think I need to graze my clutch. Mm-hmm. Right. Deep breath. Let's head on out of here. You guys enjoy the progress Aaron makes today on the Bronco. I'm sure it'll be awesome. And I will be back later today, possibly the evening, to see what I can contribute on.
She's gone to Dallas for her job, and I'm gonna see what I can get done. I'm not real sure what to do. There's a lot of stuff that I want her to be a part of, but I know there's some wiring stuff I can clean up, so I'll start with that, and then we'll just see where it goes. First thing I'm gonna do is clean up these two wires. That is our power, well, that's our ground, and that's our power to the computer. So I'm gonna clean some of that wiring up. Don't know if I'm messing with the factory stuff or not, but we'll see once we get there. So we're gonna use this Tech Flex. This is a split loom. I really like this stuff. It's pretty cool. And we're gonna case these two wires, because if those rub on anything, we are shut down. So you can see that when I originally put them in, we got them too long. So we'll get the Tech Flex on there, get them close to the battery, and then we'll just kind of leave it until we get a battery in it. And then cut them off, terminate new ends, and she should be good to go. So this stuff is really cool. It opens up like that. And I'm gonna start right here. Just kind of feed the wires in there, and then we can slide it down and just keep pushing the wire in there. So that's what it looks like now. You can see I got a piece just big enough to go to the battery, and then this will be tucked in under the fender over here. We'll go underneath this ground cable and just kind of sneak this in back here, put some ties on it, it'll come out. These will go to the battery. I like that, looks pretty good. So something that has been bugging me is this is our wire to the monitor inside. You see how it's ran? I just kind of pushed it under here, went through the door jamb, and it just kind of runs in here, and we had it in the glove box. Consequently, we broke the screen. So this is the old one. It's busted, doesn't work anymore. So I think what I want to do is try to find a place to go through this firewall and install that permanently. Maybe right there. That's a grommet. I could probably poke a hole in that, or I could drill a new hole. or maybe make that hole bigger. We'll see. I'll look at it and see what we can do. So I found, let's see here. So these two vacuum hoses go through. There was a grommet here. Pulled that out, and then I pushed our wire through somewhere down here. Oh, there it is. Yep. So now we can plug that back in right there. Then we can mount the gauge inside. All right, cool. Let's go inside and get that thing mounted. Probably going to use Velcro or two-sided tape or something like that. I really don't want to drill in that dash. But here's what I'm thinking. We got this old speaker here, and we have this little holder for it. I think I can use one of the screws from this thing, probably down low. And we don't have to make new holes. That'd be pretty cool. And that was loose. That's nice. Thinking about right there. See how we did. Just got one screw, so as we go down the road, this might move around a little bit. But you know what? That'll be all right. Because I just don't want to make holes in my dash. Does that look about level to you guys? Good enough. It's actually pretty solid. I didn't like that screw in there. Oh, it went though. Cool. I don't have a battery in it. We'll just sneak this behind here, cool it up, and just kind of zip tie it on the dash. But that'll be nice. So at least we can see some of the gauges. And the excess, let's see. Try to stay out of you guys' way so you can see what I'm doing. We'll go straight back there. This is obviously not how you'd want to do it if you were really wanting to make something super nice. We're just trying to get this thing on the road quick. We don't want to be dealing with wires hanging out, and certainly don't want to accidentally shut that hood and then crimp one of these, and then we don't have a screen. That would be frustrating. So this is our temporary fix. Okay, well that's not pretty, but it'll keep us from kicking it when we get in the passenger side. It'll work. And that turned out pretty good. Didn't make any new holes. Looks pretty great. I don't like modern stuff on my dash. Like, I don't like that radio. Don't care for that, but you know, do what you gotta do. Well, that's two things off the list. Let's look at it and see what else we can do. Like I said, I don't want to do too much stuff with Emily not here because she really enjoys a lot of this stuff. So let's look at it. We can check the steering. Clean up wiring. I got those two wires cleaned up. Rest of it's actually pretty good. So thinking I'm going to work on that steering. Oh, we got a fuel tank leak. I need to put a fitting in the top of that fuel tank, but it's getting a little bit later now and the hardware stores are probably going to be closed. So let's see. Tighten the belts. I got new belts. Let's do that. Let's put a belt on alternator. That sounds good. Let's do it. Here's the problem with the belts. This one is kind of loose. This one's tight. When I look down here, bear with me on this shot because it's hard to get. That adjuster is completely maxed out. So I got a shorter belt, and hopefully that'll pull it in so that, you know, as that thing stretches and we're on the road, we have some adjustment left. What's frustrating is I'll kind of take this one off because it goes on first. So I'm gonna dig into that. I'm not sure I can get great shots of it, but see if we can get that done. So I think first I need to loosen this power steering pump. And by the way, bear with me on this because Emily's the one that's got the eye for the camera. I don't know how to set up the shots as well as she does. We're short on time. We have to get there. So let me loosen this. I don't think I'm going to bore you with the process. I'll just skip to where we're actually putting the belts on. Okay, I bought two belts. One was factory, one was half an inch shorter. So let's compare them and see what we've got. Okay, you can see that one's shorter. So let's try that one first. I'm curious, when I worked on big trucks, sometimes we would, if there was a belt in front of it, we'd like loosen the alternator or loosen the power steering pump. Tuck the belt up in there, roll the engine over, and slip it under it so we didn't have to take everything apart. You guys ever done that? Okay, that goes on. That's gonna work. Let me get a bar put in there. Oh yeah, we got a lot of adjustment now. There's our new belt. It's nice and tight, about the way I'd want it. Look at all that adjustment. That's what we want. I did not replace this one because we put the engine in, we replaced it, and it's still pretty good. She's coming along. They're both tight now, they're both on. They feel good. Let's crank it up and see if it squeals. Maybe I'll take these tools out here too. I'm done. There's no battery in here. So we'll have to do that on the next episode. For now, we got it done. It's one thing off the list.
Can't help it. So I'm in traffic on my way home from Dallas. It is 9 o'clock, 8:57. It was an awesome day. I was one of the last shots though to finish the day out. So it was a long day and I'm not sure I'm gonna get any shop time with Aaron and the Bronco. So I think Aaron's had some progress. Tomorrow will be more progress, but it was a super good day. I loved the crew that I worked with, and got to shoot with Roxy for a TGI Fridays commercial. Who knows what will end up in the final edit, but it was a really good day. So, good stuff. So I just got home and Aaron was giving me the rundown of what all he got done today. He did so good, babe.
I did a little bit. Got some stuff done.
And he called me when I was on my way home, or I called him to let him know I was driving home. And he was like, I don't know if we have an episode worth today. And I was like, well, we're posting one. Because I said I was going to do daily uploads, so we're going to do it. So this may be a really short episode. I haven't edited it yet. It's like, what time is it right now?
It's past 10. My watch is dead. Let me see. 10:07.
Okay, so 10:07. I left Dallas like a little around 9, like little after 9. So yes, I'm going to go compile all the content that was shot today and toss that into an episode and do my best to just edit it fast and get it posted. Last night's episode went live at like 11:30 p.m. So it was barely yesterday. It was almost today. Hopefully I can get this one posted before midnight so that I can, check off my goals.
It doesn't matter if it's before midnight.
I know. I just also want to go to bed, so super fun day. But I did miss being in the shop here with you, prepping Betty.
Well, the audience is going to miss that too, because I think my shots were kind of, subpar. I wasn't always checking the focus and stuff, because what happens on camera is normally I put Emily in the shot, focus on her, and then we start to shoot. Well, I couldn't do that. There was no other person to be in the shot. So.
Yeah, when you're solo, you just kind of have to wing it.
Yep.
And you did good. Thank you for doing that. Everybody thanks you. So, we will check with you guys in the morning. We're going to start tomorrow off and do our best to check more stuff off the list for the Bronco, because tomorrow is Wednesday.
What's going to happen?
I also have 2 meetings scheduled tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
So we have a lot to do tomorrow, but we'll be good.
Curious what happens if we finish it tomorrow. Can we take the boat out?
Boat videos do better than car videos, so I mean, we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting and being generally awesome. Comment down below. Every like, comment, and hitting that subscribe button counts to us. So thank you all so much for being here. We love and appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow.